Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're getting caught up on some more Shonen Jump today, so there's going to be quite a bit to get through. So let's move my water bottle out of the way so it's out of screen. It's going to be a little bit to get through, still have quite a bit of a backlog to get through for Shonen Jump. So I got all caught up with Spy Family and Goku Rakugai. So now we're just going to get caught up with Kaiju No.8, which there isn't too much of, thankfully. Then just quite a bit of a Kanebanashi that I've missed out on while I've been on hiatus. So there's a lot to look forward to, so if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get into it with Kaiju No.8, Chapter 122 by Naoya Matsumoto, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Phil Christie. So pick up where we left off last time after Kafka sent the big Dai Kaiju flying. And it just kind of picks itself up from under the rubble of the buildings. And he goes, yeah, of course you'd be unscathed after that. And he goes, after gaining number 9's power and intellect, the Maireki Kaiju is way more powerful than it was 400 years ago. And he kind of just like flexes his arms with a crack and he goes, unless I defeat it here today, this cataclysm will spread to the entire world. He's like, okay then, let's do this. And you see him rushing for it to land another punch on it. And it tries to block with one of its hands and still gets flying back with the Dushum. Oh, and it says sends flying, so he uppercuts it and sends it flying up into the air. And you see him grabbing with the grip on the debris below as he launches himself up after it. And you see him punching it again as like another tremendous shockwave in the air. And you see them like exchanging another flurry of blows, like everything's like rattling and shaking around them from the force of it. And you see the Maireki Kaiju grabbing him with its tail and like launching him back down again. And it follows him into the building and he kind of like does a little X block to defend himself as he gets punched again. And you see it's now like opening his mouth to fire out like a laser. And he's like, number 2's main burst, like, oh no! And you and you see as it's heading towards him, Kafka's like, you're firing it at the ground? Are you trying to turn Tachikawa into a vacant lot, you dumbass? As he just like soccer ball kicks it up into the sky. He's like, that move is banned from... And you see a crackle is like a barrage. And he's like, over here! As he sends himself flying at it again. And he kind of just... God, fucking action is a little bit hard to follow in these chapters, I'm not gonna lie. But you see him, I think, bouncing off the explosions, like making them explode. And then you see as he's like bouncing through and like around them, you see them like changing trajectory to follow after him. And he goes with the oomph. And he lets off like a giant little explosion from his feet to counter the shots. And you have all shots avoided! He's like, crap, as you see another one coming up from below him. And you see he's still letting off just like a barrage of shots at him. And you have Narumi watching this from below going, this is frustrating. It took Mr. Asao all he had just to fire 2 shots. But this thing's casually firing off dozens of them. It's like not even the original number 2 could pull off that stunt. There's no doubt out of all the kaiju that have emerged in history, this one is the most outrageous monster of them all. And Narumi's like, but what frustrates me the most, and you see Kafka just dashing through the dust cloud explosion as he grabs the kaiju and slams it into the ground, is that number 8 is even a cut above that. And he's just wailing a bunch of blows on it as the ground's just like cratering around it from the force of it. He's like, get it, go! So keep going and finish it off! And you see a script, and you have, please extend the restricted area to a radius of 5 kilometers. He's coming out. I don't know who the hell he is supposed to be. I don't know if that's number 9 or someone else. So let me just pull it up really quickly here. Yeah, he's got like a he's coming out as you see like more kaiju just kind of like bubbling out of the corpse. But yeah. So quick thoughts I guess on the chapter. Not really like a lot to say. Like it's a very action-packed chapter. What I will say, it feels like the action was a little bit messy in this. Like it was a little bit hard to follow like what exactly was going on, who was doing what and when in this chapter. Apart from that, I don't think I have any other particular thoughts. Like this fight is still not particularly compelling or interesting, but we'll see how it wraps up. So with all that said, I hope you all did enjoy this video. Like I mentioned, a lot of good Shonen Jump stuff's gonna be coming your way, so if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.